now tuned into the Truth with G. Inspire, educate, and uplift. If you can't handle the truth, this ain't the show for you. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So sit back, relax, and buckle up and enjoy this ride.
All right. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to The Truth with G on WPMM Internet Radio. I am your boy, Gerald Graham. You know me as G. Once again, we are back to talk about the issues that matter to you and your community. Hope all is well with everyone. Hope all is well. It is Monday. The 21st day of October. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you got out and did some things. The weather was wonderful. It was great over the weekend. Hope you got outside and did some outside things over the weekend. Hope you had a safe weekend. Hope everybody made it through the weekend without getting arrested, because you know you don't go to court till Monday if you get arrested on Friday. So, but I want to thank you guys for joining me once again right here on WPMM Internet Radio for The Truth with G. We are here every Monday, Thursday, 6:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I want to thank all of my listening audience, whether you're a first-time listener or one of my ride or dies. I want to thank you so very much for tuning into the show. Today is a very special show that we're going to have today. If you're on Facebook, as you see, I do have a guest in the house with me today. And if you're not on Facebook, you can't see, but we're going to introduce her in just a few moments. For the meantime, she's going to just sit there and look pretty for a few minutes. And I'll tell you who she is in just a moment if y'all don't know already. But once again, thank you so very much. We are WPMM Internet Radio. We play more music. We play the best R&B, soul, hip-hop, jazz, old school music. You can go to WPMMradio.com and listen to the shows and the music. You can go to Facebook Live, TTWG Graham. It's on Facebook. You can go there and listen to the show. You can also download the app. It's a free app on the Google Play Store and the Apple Store. So it's a free app. For those who don't know how to navigate, just text WPMMradio.com. Just put that in the message field. All I have to do is hit click on the link, hit play, and they can listen to the show on WPMM Internet Radio. My apologies if we're not. My apologies on WPMM Radio. I don't think I'm live yet. I got a little hiccup here going on in the system. So as soon as that clears up, we should be live on WPMMradio.com. But right now we're on Facebook. I want to thank you for joining me. If you're on Facebook, let's go ahead and share. The views and opinions expressed by individual radio hosts and guests are of their own and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of WPMM Radio. WPMM does not intend to align with any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. Now that we have that out the way, today, breast cancer awareness. I'm not going to talk politics today. We're talking breast cancer awareness. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the month of October. Looks like Miss Denny is on. What's going on, Miss Denny? She is on. She said, hey, y'all. So she's speaking to both of us. I haven't introduced my guest yet, so I can't tell you who it is. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is all about breast cancer awareness, being aware. And today I have my survivor that is on the show with me today. And we're going to talk breast cancer. We're going to talk about her story. We're going to talk about her story today, her plight, the years that she has spent in the struggle. And obviously, she has defeated the enemy because it's going on 15 years. Going on 15 years since we met the enemy, and we are still going strong. But there were a few years back that I had a dilemma. Her brother and her niece did a song, and they wanted to feature her in the video of that song, and we had a dilemma on the recording of that video because I was supposed to be in the video. But the big dog had a game that weekend that they filmed the video, so she went to Atlanta and filmed the video, and I stayed at the house, and had to go to the game with the big dog. I don't have a video. But this is Charlie P and Messiah. I think he still go by Charlie P. But this is Charlie P and Messiah, and this is the video that has inspired a whole lot of people because it just talks about don't give up, and this is part of her journey. So we're gonna have this music interlude real quick, and then we're gonna get on into her story. So hopefully all my equipment is working right. I think we good. I think we good.
Test results are back. I do have bad news. Yeah.
Feel free to jump along with it. Every time I hear it, I tend to start moving in my seat. So y'all just excuse me a little bit. How you doing, Miss Tracy?
Been through the mud in the rain, on sunny days. Everything come my way. I hope one day. All of my troubles and problems go away. I had to face every tribulation that came. People talking down on my name. Everybody lost off. I ain't gonna change them. I'll always be the same way. Word ain't wrong. If I gotta stand alone, guess I'll be on my own. I can't stop right now. Gotta reach my goal, but it's been so long. I wanna quit. I need all this. You know, this is it. I'm done with strength. I'm done with life. I need some strength. I have to fight.
It's okay to fight along with the song. Let's try to do and Messiah. The song is called A Song to Me. It's on YouTube. Charlie P, CHALEEP. She's featured in the video, y'all. If y'all go to YouTube, pull up the video. A Song to Me by Charlie P. She's featured in the video. "15 years, y'all. We've been battling the enemy. 15 years, 2009. What's the diagnosis? November 25th, 2009. I was a public school, that's 15 years.
It's all right, I see the light. I just gotta go a little farther. I just gotta push a little harder. If you don't do what you want, do it at all. What you don't need, brother, it's time to share. Do it, I know you can. I'll go back on the plan. Whatever you do, just don't lose you, not you. But you just might need some friends that pain is real. Understand how you feel. Get how you feel. That's just like one thing about life is there ain't no two things to life. Fight. You gotta do it. No matter what. Say one thing that you want for the rest. I can see about it. That's why it's why we did
Charlie P and Michelle, y'all. A Song to Me is on YouTube. CHALEEP.
I believe all the tests show that you have no trace of cancer.
No, we didn't give up. Came a long way. She's still trying to do the math program. I'm gonna have to tell her count on her fingers so she can count 15.
So you asked me to be quiet. You asked me to be quiet. I'm saying
I haven't nothing to do with my guest yet. She's misbehaving over here.
I was trying to be quiet, but you already done started. I can count. I was diagnosed in 2009. Cancer free.
She about to come up. I'm about to get on in a minute, y'all.
That's why you only got 15 minutes.
You didn't give up.
You didn't give up. You didn't give up. Congratulations.
Once again, that's Charlie P. Messiah. A song to me is on YouTube. The video's on YouTube. She's featured in the video. Pull up the video, check it out. It's about the plight of never giving up. And that's definitely what we have been talking about. This but she's my special guest. This is my wife of going on 24 years. And we faced this battle starting back in 2009. It is 2024. She is going to try to tell me that she's been cancer free since 2010. But what I'm explaining to you guys is that the battle started 15 years ago. November 25th is when we learned that we was fighting this battle. So that's 15 years that we entered into the battlefield as soldiers in the army against breast cancer. It's been the November 25th will be 15 years that we've been in this fight, in this struggle, and the journey is real. But without further ado, I want to introduce this lovely young lady over here. Again, my wife of 24 years, my partner in crime for almost 30 years. Yeah, 30 years, y'all. 30 years. Yeah, we've been riding and die. See, she might say something smart. But anyway, this is my wife. This is Miss RENA Graham, my survivor. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am still above the grad, so I guess I'm doing wonderful.
Amen.
I'm doing wonderful. But yeah, we are here today. We're talking about breast cancer. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You know, the month of October is when all the pink comes out. And, you know, it actually should be year round. You know, anything with the word cancer in it should be year round. We shouldn't have to wait to 1 month to bring awareness. But it's a good thing that we have a month because, you know, being aware of what's going on with your body and things is very, very important. So, but how you feeling? How you feeling?
I feel good.
And tell me how you feeling about this this venture you're taking today. By being on the Truth with G today.
I was voluntold. You know, I don't like doing live and or doing anything like this, being in front of crowds. It's very uncomfortable, but I'm here and I gave you 15 minutes.
But it's only two of us. There's no crowd. It's just two of us.
You know, there are people watching us
in the studio. Ain't nobody out there watching. No, ain't nobody out there. They're not looking at you.
Yeah, sure.
They're watching.
And they can watch it later.
Yeah, but ain't nobody watching this. You know, nobody
even. I'm not like you. This is your thing. This ain't my thing.
People don't pay my. They don't listen to my show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, Danny, get your friend. Get your friend. But anyway, as I was saying, November 25th, 2009, the journey started. The journey started with a diagnosis. The diagnosis caught everybody off guard, everybody by surprise. I never would have thought in a million years that I would have left that hospital that day with that diagnosis and seeing what we had to face. So, so why don't you go back November 25th, 2009, and tell what took place that led to this diagnosis?
Well, for those that don't know, for those that don't already know, I feel like everybody in Pensacola and the surrounding areas already know, but I'm going to repeat it because you make sure. Hold on, it's my turn to speak. You asked a question and I'm answering it. For those that don't know, I was diagnosed in 2009. September of 2009, I fell down some stairs and a lump developed in my left breast. For a minute, they thought it was a blood clot, and we tried to drain it. I worked for general surgeons at the time, and the doctor, one of the doctors there tried to drain it in the office, realized that he couldn't drain it, so set me up for surgery to have the lump removed. When I woke up from anesthesia, I was told that I had breast cancer cells, and he had already sent it to the pathologist to have it tested. And that's how it was determined that I had breast cancer. And it was stage 3.
Can I speak now?
Yeah.
But we're not just talking to people in Pensacola and the surrounding areas. We're talking to people worldwide. This show goes all over the world.
Yeah.
So everybody don't know.
Well, the way you post it, I would think they do. You've been posting it for years.
But the
Which,
show,
I mean, I'm
the show,
grateful
the show is
to you for
worldwide.
it.
My
Okay.
Facebook page goes to my little small circle.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, November 25th, and one of the things that come to my mind when it comes to that particular date is because that date was the quickest surgery date that she could get into to where we weren't prolonging the situation. And then that date just happens to be our wedding anniversary as well. So it was kind of a bittersweet type of day to, one, to be celebrating a wedding anniversary, and then 2, to find out a diagnosis of cancer. So kind of a, one of those weird type of situations, but we dealt with it. And it was, I find it interesting because I was told she was actually still in the OR when the doctors came out and told me what the situation was. And she was still in the OR, and I was out in the waiting room, and the doctor came out and told me that they found more than what they thought they found, and that it was cancer. And the doctor that did the surgery is a doctor that she worked in the doctor's office, and she knew the doctor. And I hadn't met the doctor, but I didn't know the doctor. And I actually thought that he was joking with me. When he first said it, I actually thought he was telling the joke. But the joke wasn't funny. And I'm kind of, I'm glad for him that he wasn't telling the joke, because if it would have been a joke, he would have been in surgery that day, because I would have. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, it was a day that like I said, it was bittersweet. So it was our anniversary, and found out that we were diagnosed with cancer. And one of the things that I admire about that particular day, because I was all kind of fucked up that day. I was just gone. My brain, like she ain't never heard the word fuck. I was fucked up that day. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to keep it together, because I had to tell her what the doctors had told me. And when she came out of recovery and came back into the room or whatnot, and she was waking up, breath all funky and stuff, all the good stuff.
That's beside the point.
Once she woke up, I had to tell her what they had found, and it turned into a situation to where I was technically supposed to have been comforting her, but she was in turn comforting me, and which was crazy. Like I said, I was just messed up. I didn't know which way to turn or what to do or what to say. And one of the things that she said after I told her, and this phrase stuck for many years afterwards, and she told me that it was going to be all right, and we're going to keep it moving. And that phrase done stuck for all these years, and they keep it moving still pops up. And anytime that we start talking about breast cancer. So what did you know that was going to be relevant when you said that?
I had no clue.
But since then, you got like shirts and all kinds of stuff to say, keep it moving on it.
Correct.
So
all I knew is I was going to fight it and I was going to beat it. That was my mentality. I wasn't going to let it beat me.
Right. And that's one of the reasons why I did want you on the show, because, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are going through the same thing that you went through, whether it's breast cancer or any other cancer. And a lot of people may have, you know, given up hope or contemplating giving up hope. And if you had to encourage someone, what would you tell them in regards to going through the struggle?
It's hard. Going through the treatments. I went through chemo and radiation. It wasn't easy, but I focused on surviving and pushed myself to think about my family, my children, you know, everybody that cared about me, everybody that was helping me. I had a great support system, friends and family, near and far. So I focused on the fact that they were fighting with me. And I just knew I had to keep it moving.
And one of the things that is so very important is family support. Family and friends, that support is so very crucial. And you know, I'm one of those people where I'm always like, I got this. You know, I got this. And you know, I was trying to hold down jobs and do everything that I had to do and take care of the household and run her to doctor appointments and chemo treatments and radiation treatments and whatnot. And for that whole cycle through chemo and radiation, I can't remember how I did it, but I did not miss an appointment.
You didn't?
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, how in the hell did I make every appointment? And I was trying to work. I can't remember where I was working at. I know at one point I was between jobs for a hot second.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I did. Maybe my memory will come back one day, but it was I did not miss an appointment.
Nope.
And I used to. I remember seeing people in the in chemotherapy. You know, when we go sit there for 2, 3, 4 hours or whatever, you know, through the therapy, and I would see people sitting in there by themselves. Mm-hmm. And I would see people that had to drive themselves to the appointments, and then after the appointments, drive themselves back. And I felt for those people. I was like, somebody should be with them. But anyway, family support is so very crucial. You know, it was me and the boys, and you know, shout out to the extended family.
I traveled from Atlanta.
Yeah, we had.
Oh my God.
We had several family members come in from Atlanta. You know, even if they didn't stay long, they came in for a couple of days. They helped around the house, and you know, I had Erica came in and played Molly Maid and cleaned up the house, and it's like, you know, but I through this whole time, it was still like I was saying, I got this, you know, because I never asked for help. I never had asked for help, and yeah, if anybody know me, I have to be in dire straits to ask for some help. But they volunteered and they stepped up, and that's why, you know, family support is so very critical in the fight against this awful, dreadful disease.
Members coming in, cooking, cleaning. Mm-hmm. It was a slew of family members: my dad, my aunts, my cousins. Yeah, mom, brothers, sisters, everybody, friends. They played a crucial part in everything. I mean, whether it be to bring us food or um, anything, clean the house, cook, everything. Any little thing helped, and especially taking the burden off of him. Even though he pushed and prevailed and helped with everything, there were times that my family members had to make him sit down so he could get some rest himself. So it was a lot.
And you know, on my show, we tell the real deal. We tell the real stories. We don't sugarcoat. We don't have things on the show, what have you. And in breast cancer, everything is not an upside. There's some struggles that goes along with going through that fight. So what I want you to talk about is with going through the chemotherapy and going through the radiation therapy. Talk about how difficult. And like I said, we ain't sugarcoating. We don't just tell people, yeah, you're going to get through it without it having no issues. Tell people the difficulties that you had with the chemo treatments, the bad days.
After treatment, every 2 weeks I had treatment. Every 2 weeks, that first week afterwards, I had to go and get a shot every day for 7 days in my belly. I'm afraid of needles, so that was terrible. I was weak. I was sick. I lost a lot of weight. There were times that I couldn't even walk to the bathroom myself. I had to be carried. I had to be bathed. It was rough. There were a lot of times I couldn't even get out of bed. So yeah, it was rough.
Miss Serena Atkins she's on here. Now I saw you earlier, Miss Serena. I didn't recognize you, my bad. That's one of my from back in the day, back in the school days. But Serena's supposed to come hang out with me tomorrow night. Not tomorrow night. I'm on the wrong day. Wednesday night. Did I put you on the spot, Serena? Anyway, cancel flights Wednesday night. Birthday celebration. But yeah, the physical effects of going through the treatments of cancer is not friendly. It's not kind to a lot of people. There's a lot of adverse effects, a lot of negative things that happen throughout the treatment, but it's worth it, in my opinion. Even though I didn't go through it, I had to see the effects of it. But I'd rather have seen that struggle than seen the alternative. So there's a downside to survival and to beating cancer. So I never tell everybody it's going to be easy, and I don't think she would ever tell anybody that the process is easy, because it's not. It's definitely not. And let's kind of switch gears. Let's talk about detection, early detection. You were only 38 years old when you were diagnosed.
Correct.
At that point in time, the doctors and medical people were telling people to wait until they were 50 to start having the mammograms. I think the age was 50 at that point in time. Now it's 40.
Okay.
Now they're saying 40.
Yeah, true.
But at that point in time, they were saying at 50 you need to start having under 45. I'm sorry.
I want to say that's what I was going to say. I think it was like 45.
I correct myself. It was 45.
But now, it's 40.
It's 40 now. But however, and what I want to encourage everybody to do is don't wait till you're 40. Get with a doctor that is going to start exams early. Especially
if there's history in the family.
Right. But yeah, get with if a doctor just refused to give you a mammogram, or you request a mammogram, if you are under 40 years of age and he don't want to give you a mammogram, then you need to find another doctor. Because What's going on, Mr. Pugh? Mr. Pugh has joined us. Yes, sir. She just mentioned that your family history has a lot to do with it. The BRAC testing.
Yeah, there was a BRAC1, BRAC2 test that I had done. Mine was negative because there were no genes shown in my family history. So I'm not sure where my breast cancer came from, but it wasn't gene related from my family.
Miss Marie has joined us. I'll be glad when you change that name. Stop trying to hide.
Mind your business.
Anyway, Marie.
Mind the business that pays you.
Yeah, family history has a lot to do with it. If you have a history, your family has a history of cancer, and I'm not going to say any particular cancer, just a history of cancer. You want to do everything that you need to do to go into preventative maintenance mode, and start getting the checks and what women, do your breast exam, and if you don't want to do them yourself, I'm sure there's somebody around you that don't mind doing it for you, and because if there's a lump or a bump, I'm gonna find it. So if you don't want to do it yourself, somebody gonna rub on you. Just let them rub on you because they just let them play doctor because they might save your life. But do your breast exams, do your self checks. Men as well get breast cancer, and most people don't understand. Most people don't understand that men can get breast cancer also. So men as well have to check themselves, and I do mine. I do mine regularly. I look for anything that may be abnormal. It's a lot of things I play with, and but a lot of things I won't play with. And cancer is one of those things that if I can detect something, and before I run to a doctor, because I'm not too quick to run to doctor. I ain't gonna lie, but if I find something, I'm definitely gonna go and say, okay, I need y'all to look at this and see what this is. Especially at my age. At my age, I should, I already got a toe in the grave, so I got to make sure I keep myself up. And but anyway, early detection is the key to.
That's part of the best prevention.
Right. Exactly. Like I said, if you got a doctor that is not cooperating with what you want to do with your own body, and we already got government, trying to tell you what you can do with your bodies, ladies. But don't let your doctor play a role in that as well. If you feel strongly about something, that doctor need to go along with what you're asking for, and if he don't, you need to find you another doctor. Also, your doctor. I don't know how long Dr. Inkling gonna hang around. I know Dr. Inkling getting old, but when he died, I'm gonna have to dig him up and bring him in the office for your doctor's appointments.
That is the best oncologist to me in Pensacola. He's not retired yet, but he's gone a half days.
He gonna retire to your appointment, then he gotta come back in the office to your appointment. And I did give Dr. Inkling a hand clap, and I pat him on his back because Dr. Inkling been with us since day one in this fight. Like I say, this 15 years ago. November 25th is when we were diagnosed, and was it the first part of December when you had your first appointment with him?
Yes, from Dr. Ruby. Dr. Ruby is great as well. He's since retired. But they both treated me as if I was a family member and took great care of me.
Yeah. And
yeah,
Dr. Inkling has been wonderful. He's not only a doctor that's going to tell you correct information. He's also a doctor that's going to go along with whatever you request him to do.
Correct.
And there was times where, he felt that maybe you shouldn't have this test, but you thought you wanted to have this test, and the increments may have been too far in between or whatever, and you was like, no, I need to move it. and he accommodated everything that we asked for. If he's seen anything, because going through this process, there's a lot of tests, there's a lot of imaging that's done and whatnot, and a lot of blood tests and a lot of things you have to do, be careful of, whatever. And he kept a close eye on all of her blood work, everything that's associated with this cancer.
And still does to this day.
Right. And still does to this day. If he sees something or that's out of the ordinary, he has let us know, and what needed to be done to check it to see what it is. If it's benign or whatnot, or if it's something that done grew or moved, or he was just wonderful through the whole process. So finding a good doctor is another thing that's going to help you through the process. And not that I'm advertising for anybody, but she has been with the Woodlands in regards to her care, and the Woodlands is a good organization to go with. We heard, was it Sacred Heart that has a decent program over there as well? Was it Sacred Heart that we looked at?
You're talking about before Dr. Inkler?
No, as far as just the reputation, not that we looked at, but
I have no idea.
I remember having a conversation at one point. I
know Sacred Heart has started a cancer center. They've started it a while back, but I don't know. All of my doctors are at the Woodlands. Any tests that I need done are at the Woodlands. So,
and with the Woodlands, and I'm not, I'm not telling you to drop your doctor and run to the Woodlands, but one thing I do like about the Woodlands is it's a centralized location. We didn't have to run here and there for this treatment, that treatment, what have you. It's like everything was centralized right there in the Woodlands, right there on Davis Highway, where you can go downstairs and get your blood work. On
some type of imaging.
On this second floor is where the doctor's offices was. You get your mammogram. The third floor is where you got your treatment.
No,
was it the first floor?
It was the first floor. Now it's it was on the second floor. They had they had the center set up on the second floor.
So you can see your doctor over to the right, and then you go in the middle of the hall and get your blood work done. And then you go to the left over there and get your chemo treatments and whatnot. So everything was centralized, and localized, and it made things much better.
Radiology was on the first floor.
Right, radiology was on the first floor. You get your blood work done on the first floor.
On the second floor.
Second floor.
Anyway, the Woodlands, everything's there. He giving wrong information, but if you have questions, and reach out to him or myself, and I can help you out.
Yeah, Mr. Pugh said Sacred Heart is pretty good as well, and I think that was part of the conversation. I can't remember what I was having with, but I did hear Sacred Heart had a decent program over there as far as cancer treatment over there as well.
Okay.
So, but early detection is the key, and like I said, I wanted you to come on because obviously you're my survivor, and I wanted to give you your flowers while you're here.
Thank you.
And
appreciate it.
Let you know how I feel about your journey and your willingness to keep it moving and not giving up. And because I know there was days where you had, and I'm not saying you had second thoughts. I don't believe you had second thoughts, but I know there's days where people out there that have second thoughts about going through whatever they're going through. And people going to choose their own treatments and whatnot. But I want to know people. I need to take something that has been approved by the FDA.
Now let me say this. Holistic was suggested to me, the holistic method. It's just that my cancer was aggressive, and because it was aggressive, I needed to get treatment immediately. And I didn't have time to study and do or look up any information on holistic and you know, get the information that I needed to start doing it if I wanted to go that route. I just chose not to because my cancer was aggressive. And I'm not knocking anyone who does it holistically, because whatever works for you is for you. What you're comfortable with and however you want to go throughout your treatment. I mean, that's just your own personal, that's your preference. And I'm not knocking that. It's just my preference was to go through the chemo and radiation because my cancer was aggressive.
No, I wasn't making that reference to knock anybody.
No. I'm saying that I'm not knocking anyone. I mean, whatever works for you works for you.
I need some federally regulated drugs to help me along with my condition or my system, my situation, what have you. And you know, for people who choose the holistic approach, I mean, it's your choice. But you know, hopefully you'll never be in a position to have to make that choice. But if you do it wisely, do your research, because cancer is it's not a nice disease. It's a very bad disease, and I'm seeing it more now than ever because of the type of work that I'm in. And it's more prevalent. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime, and that's a big percentage. That's like 30 some percent of all women that will be diagnosed with breast cancer. 1 in 8. That's a huge number, and you know, like I say, the month of October is where we recognize our survivors, where we pay homage to those who fought the battle, who may have succumbed to this dreadful disease, but that still don't negate the fact that they were warriors and they fought against it, and they fought the battle. Unfortunately, everybody don't make it through. I wish I could sit here and tell everybody that, you know, if you fight the battle, you know, 100% you're going to make it through the other side. I can't say that. And, but early detection, the rate of survival with early detection is through the roof. You know, you want to catch it before it gets to stage 3, stage 2, stage 3. Definitely before it gets to stage 4. Don't sit and ignore symptoms and signals. And then when you finally go to the doctor, you know, they give you that diagnosis of it looks like it's terminal, because that's something that you really don't want to hear. And even with that particular diagnosis, that the doctors don't, you know, they don't have the final say so. So even if you do get that diagnosis, that is the worst case scenario, which is terminal, doesn't mean that you're going to perish. You can fight, and you can always keep it moving. So, you know, I think we need to go ahead and trademark that. We need to go ahead and trademark that slogan. And we need to market that, put out some pink shirts, keep moving on it. Just put your little picture on it with the logo, so we make up dollars. So, in parting, I know.
I would just like to put it out there that if you know anyone who is going through cancer, I actually have an aunt she's fighting it now, so I just solicit prayers for her. If there's anyone that you know that may need help or assistance or have questions or would just like to talk, hey, I'm available. If I don't have the answers or the resources, we'll figure it out together. But I'm there for anyone who is going through this fight right now and needs any type of assistance. Also, Saturday is the breast cancer walk. It's 8 a.m. through 12 o'clock. And it starts at 9 o'clock and it's at Seville Square for anyone who's interested in doing the breast cancer walk.
But normally we would be at the walk. We've done the walk for a long time, but we will be in town, I think, that morning.
Right, we'll be leaving.
So, but for those who are, walking for a purpose, kudos to you. For those who just walking to support somebody else, kudos to you as well. Like I say, that family support is so very, very important. And it is much needed. If you know someone who's going through cancer and you're in proximity of where they are, and particularly if you know they don't have anybody looking after them, just check in on them, see what they need, because I promise you they're going through some things. I promise you that. So check in on that. Check in on your people.
And one crazy thing I'm going to say, in doing the breast cancer walk, I used to do it. I didn't know anyone personally that was going through breast cancer, but I would walk. And then ironically, I became a breast cancer patient. So that was kind of weird to me. So the very first time I walked after being diagnosed with it was very emotional for me. So that support is necessary for those that are able to get out there and do it, because you never know who you're walking for. At the time, like I said, I wasn't walking for anyone. I was just supporting the cause. And then later on, I ended up walking for myself. So.
Yes, sir. But check this out, y'all. I know I'm not a superstitious person. I don't think I am. I believe what I believe, but I'm gonna share it with y'all because most of y'all see it and nobody really asked me about it. Nobody say anything about it. But anytime you see me, if you have seen me in the last 15 years, since probably around December, we're gonna say December 2nd of 2009. If you have seen me anywhere, regardless of where I'm at, what I'm doing, I'm sure y'all have seen this pink bracelet on my arm. See the bracelet right here? This bracelet right here is about, this one is about,
It's a replacement.
This one might be about 7 years old.
Yeah, because the first one, you wore it to death.
But I put the bracelet on in I don't know the exact date, but it was within the first week of December 2009. I put a Making Strides Against Breast Cancer bracelet on my arm. And from that day to this day, I have taken it off one time. The first one I had, I wore it just simply wore out, and it said, I give up. And it broke. I was at work, and it I don't know how, or if I hit it on something or whatever, but it had started out thick, but it had thinned out over the years, and somehow it broke, and I freaking panicked, and I quickly found some tape, and I taped it back together on my arm, and I wore it for the rest of that day with that tape on my arm, and I got home, and I told her, okay, I got to replace it. And that bracelet is on my wall in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So when I put this one on, I took the O, and it's actually hanging on my wall in the room, in my bedroom. And I put this one on. This one about 7 years old now, and I've never taken it off. I've only taken it off one time, and I took it off one time when I had back surgery because they wouldn't let me wear it in the operating room. So I took it off, and she put it on her arm while I was in surgery. And that's probably one of the first things I asked for when I got surgery.
I don't remember.
I'm sure I asked for it.
Mm.
I know I asked for it. What you saying?
Nothing. I don't remember.
Yeah. So when I was in the hospital right after surgery, I recall asking where my bracelet was.
Hey,
Mr. JD, what's going on? What's going on, buddy? But Mr. JD, I gotta get with you. I had some issues with you know what I'm talking about. My brain ain't working right now. But I had some issues with the butt, so I don't think that I'm live on WPMN radio on that right now, and my apologies. But I had some issues with the butt. I got to work out. But anyway, once again, it's been a great hour that's been spent here. Again, bringing awareness to breast cancer. October is the month for breast cancer awareness. I want to thank my
other cancers.
Well, like I said, cancer should be year round.
Exactly. I know it's geared. The pink is geared towards breast cancer, but we need to acknowledge all cancers. And
there's some other. I think it's purple for one of the cancers, and there's another color or whatever. But cancer is cancer. Damn it. All of it is cancer. All of it can metastasize. All of it can cause havoc in your life. Regardless of what type of cancer, from skin cancer to cervical cancer to what brain cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer, all that. Cancer is cancer. So it's just
cancer, everything.
Exactly. So early detection, people, early detection. And like I said, if you have any questions, let us know. We'll be happy to lend a good word, a positive word, and be real with you at the same time. We ain't gonna bullshit you. We're not gonna do that. What?
Okay, your 15 minutes up. Been up.
I'm about to end the show. Just chill out for a minute.
Language.
What language? My birth certificate say 1967. That means I'm old as hell. But anyway, my survival right here. And for you out there with it that's going through the fight, y'all keep on fighting. Never give up. Keep it moving. You can beat this thing. Just stay positive. Surround yourself with some good people. And, do what you can to help with the research and whole nine. Support anything that deals with cancer type situations. Support what you can. I know times are hard. It's hard to financially support things, but you can find other ways to support other than financial. So it's been an hour well spent. I want to thank you for joining me once again here on The Truth with G. I will be back on Thursday night at 6:00 Central Standard Time right here on WPMN. Also, just want to put out there once again, I'm turning another year closer to the grave. Wednesday is my birthday, and I normally don't do celebrations, but I decided to have a little gathering at the at Cash and Flights Wednesday night from 7 to 11. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna cut up. We're gonna sing. We're gonna have a good time. Cake while it lasts. Those last 3 words now. While it lasts. So we will have cake, but if you get there at 10:45 and cake left, that's your fault. But we'll have cake while it lasts. Hopefully we'll have enough to get everybody a piece. But hopefully I run out, because hopefully we get enough people to show up and show you boys some love. And like I said, normally I don't do birthday celebrations, but we're gonna do one this year. I haven't had one in a little minute. So, I've had one in my life. So, but anyway, once again, I want to thank you for joining me. Until Thursday, don't do anything stupid. Don't do nothing stupid, because I promise you I don't have no bail money for you. Be responsible. Be safe. And y'all look after each other. Early voting started today. early voting in Florida started today. You can go vote. On Thursday night show, I will be talking about the early voting locations. I'll probably post them on my Facebook page here probably sometime tonight. Make sure you get out and vote. If you see any shenanigans going on at the polling places, anything that don't look right, you need to report it to the Board of Elections as soon as possible. If you see somebody that's hanging around the polling places that may look suspicious or what have you, don't do what I do. I'm not going to tell you what I do, but contact somebody, contact law enforcement, contact whoever you need to contact, because they gonna pull this BS. Especially these MAGA idiots. They're gonna pull this BS and try to keep you from voting. So if you see any of that, make sure you report it to the authorities, the election Board of Elections here, Escambia County Board of Elections, because we're not going to have this foolishness. Also, on election night, Tuesday night, election night, we will be broadcasting live with the returns on WPMM. So make sure you join us with that. Mr. JD, I got to get with you on that. So we can work out the particulars on election night. So just I'm gonna holler at you soon about that. So, but yeah, appreciate y'all listening to the show tonight. It'll be posted on my Facebook page if you want to go back and listen later. And look at this old sexy girl sitting next to me. Y'all see I'm trying to butter her up. But anyway, can you see that?
Mm-mm.
Lord Jesus, we both blind. Okay, Miss, how you doing, Miss Alicia? She said just wanted to advise everyone that Baptist has a no-cost mammogram program. They can contact me at Y'all, I can't see y'all. I tell y'all all the time, I look at a computer screen all day and my eyes are blurry like 3 to 4 hours after I get off work. Okay. This is Alicia Williams. She says, Baptist Hospital has a no-cost mammogram program. They can contact her at 850-525-0969. That's 850-525-0969. She'll give you the information that you need to get you a free mammogram. So, hey, I know health insurance is expensive. Everybody don't have it, but that's an opportunity to get you a free mammogram without having to pay. Again, 850-525-0969.
Yes.
So give her a call. And matter of fact, Miss Alicia, I'm gonna post that on my page as well tonight. Post that number. I'm gonna post it on my page. So, but yeah, thank you again. Thank you to my wife once again for joining me today. Again, I see you guys on Thursday. Until then, y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. And I am out of here.